Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so happy you're joining me again today. Today I am joining the Reverse Confetti new release blog hop. It is a blog hop, so I will link down below to my blog and you can hop along from there to see all the other inspiration as well. Now, I didn't get my products in time due to a customs issue and I just asked Jennifer to send me the digital files. She was kind enough to do so I could join the hop. Now, these aren't usually available as digital stamps. You are lucky enough to get the physical stamps. Please do so. This is the Love Bug stamp set. It's a really cute Valentine's stamp set. And I just printed it out onto Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM paper. If I would have had the physical stamps, I would have just stamped all of the bugs and I would have stamped them in My Favorite Things Extreme Black ink onto this very same paper. Now I can just color in these bugs with my alcohol markers and I'm being really quick about it. I'm not being too fussy with my coloring. For example, the body of the ladybug, I covered the whole thing in red and then went over the hearts with a black marker. I didn't avoid them. I didn't avoid the hearts while doing the red coloring. And with this bug, I'm doing the same thing. I am covering the entire bug in orange and yellow to do my shading. And then once that's all done and once I'm happy with that, I can go over a couple of the stripes with a different marker to set those apart from the rest. And that will save me a lot of time doing shading on these individual stripes. Now the green I started out with was quite dark for this one, so I can't do the same technique with the stripes, so I will have to shade those all separately. And I'm doing green and a teal for these stripes. So they're not too different and the contrast isn't too big like with the orange bug, so it fits in nicely with that. I am already using a lot of colors on these bugs, so I figured I would do all the wings the same way, except for the butterfly, of course. And that's also the reason why I didn't use too many contrasting colors for that orange bug and the green bug. I just wanted them to be a little bit more subtle. Now for the butterfly, you can see I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm covering the entire thing in my pink blend, and then I can go over the hearts with a purple marker. Now what I didn't film is that I chose another purple and went over them again, so in the end they should be a little bit more bright than this purple. Again, to repeat my colors and to not make this too overwhelming, I'm also using the purple for the body of the butterfly. Once I'm happy with those, I can fussy cut them out, though the coordinating die cuts are also available at Reverse Confetti. And then I messed up with my filming, but not to worry. If you want to see how I make this background, I actually repeat this in this video for the envelope. So I made this cloud background. It was really easy. I used a stencil from My Favorite Things, and I figured I would make a little bit more of a frame there and do some dash line around it. I'm using a gold Posca paint marker for this, just to get a little bit of sparkle in this card. Now there is going to be a lot of sparkle in this card in the end, spoiler alert, but I really like some gold finishing touches on my cards. Now as you can see, this is a mini Slimline card, so I will have all of the space I need for these bugs. I'm trying out a layout here where I just alternate the bugs here and there, and I didn't like it too much. I'm going to change it up in the end, but when I have so many pieces, I spend a lot of time playing around with them to figure out how to place them all onto my card. Now before I adhere these bugs down, I am adhering the background panel onto a top folding mini Slimline card. Now I realize that not many people have paper that is long enough to make a top folding mini Slimline card base. I happen to have some European A3 sized paper, which is plenty long enough for this. If you don't have long enough paper and you want a top folding mini Slimline card base, you can cut two separate panels make one slightly longer than the other and just make a score line there to make it the same size. Adhere the first one on top of the other one, just above the score line there. And that will give you a nice hinge to create a top folding card base. Now I propped all of these bugs up on some foam tape. I didn't adhere them completely down because I want the wings to flare up a little bit. And another thing I'm going to add to these wings is some Stickles. I don't know what this color is called. It's one of the clear ones. I will list it in the description below. And it's just a really fun way to add some sparkle to these wings. I usually add sparkle to bug wings or to fairy wings with my Wink of Stella glitter brush pen, but this is quite a bit more sparkly, so I really like it. This is also sparkle that doesn't rub off at all, whereas the Wink of Stella brush pen, it does come off a little bit. So I much prefer this glitter glue by Ranger. Now I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle, and I also just wanted to add something that would tie these bugs together a little bit. So I am using the Majestic confetti by Studio Katia, and I'm just placing them all over between the bugs, and I can just glue those down with the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. The Majestic confetti by Studio Katia are really subtle sequins. They appear less subtle on camera because you look at them head on, but if you tilt them in the light, they appear a lot more see-through. So it's really fun to add those to your card for just a subtle bit of sparkle. For my matching envelope, I am using the same Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM cardstock that I've used throughout this video. And I'm just folding a mini slimline envelope out of that with my We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. Now, if you don't know which dimensions your card size needs to be, or your paper size needs to be for in order for you to fold one of these envelopes, I will leave a envelope punch board calculator down below, and that's how I figure out my envelope sizing. I also have a whole separate video on making matching envelopes. I will also link that in the description below. It's actually linked in all of my videos, so I hope you check that out as well. I'm just gluing that together with the Barely Art Precision Craft glue, and then I will show you how I made that background on my card, that cloud background, because I'm going to repeat it on my envelope today. Now I'm just using a laminated sheet of white cardstock as my surface to blend on, because that's easy to clean. And I can just use this stencil by My Favorite Things. This is the Rolling Clouds stencil, and blend up against that. Now I always start from the bottom and work my way upwards. I know other people do it completely the other way around. I don't know if there's any rhyme and reason to it. I just like working this way. You can see your previous clouds through your stencil, so that shouldn't be an issue. I'm using the Ocean Breeze ink by Pinkfresh Studio, though I have to admit this blending brush was quite dirty, so the Ocean Breeze ink is not usually that pigmented. I hope you like this card. It's really sparkly with the glitter on the wings and the little sequins all in between the bugs, and I love this stamp set so much. I can't wait to receive the actual stamp set and all the other great products that are in this latest release. I highly recommend you check it out, because even though I haven't received my products yet, I have so many ideas already to create cards with these. I hope I get them soon. Now, if you like this video, I hope you leave a like on the video and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read them. You can also find more reverse confetti videos linked in the playlist right here. And if you click on that, it will take you to more inspiration for that. I have a ton of videos on my channel, but if you don't want to miss the next one, make sure to click the bell button down below so you can get notified every time I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.